Hi, my name is Roy Gold and I'm the creator and owner of Acai House. I created this 6-video series just to make it a bit more easy for you to go through this ebook, the free fat loss report, which is a valuable preface for Truth About Abs, which is also written by Mike Geary. And you've got links for Truth About Abs in the body of the email I've sent you and in this webpage. The free fat loss report is a valuable preface for Truth About Abs because it has a wealth of information that would get you started in your exercises and diet. See, the philosophy that Mike tries to put through is that 80% of losing weight is your diet and only 20% is your exercises. So really, if you don't eat well, you can never work out bad diet. So now, as promised, I will film each video in a different spot in Wellington, New Zealand, where I live. I like the outdoors and wanted to show you how beautiful it is around here, to encourage you to go out, be active, and that's applied to all of you guys, wherever you are. This is actually an idea that a friend of mine, Rachel, gave me. She said, if you're doing those videos outdoors, why don't you link the fact that, losing weight, being active, toning up, linked directly with the outdoors? And she's right. Thanks very much, Rach. It's an awesome idea. And there is a direct link. I mean, if you're overweight, if you're tired, lack of energy and all that sort of stuff, you're not going to enjoy the outdoors, you're not going to want to go outdoors, and it's a shame. You're losing out. I mean, look at this beautiful day. This is a day to be out. Okay, this here is one of the key factors in Wellington, the rugby stadium, the Westpac Stadium. This is where they play a lot of international rugby games, as well as soccer games. The All Blacks plays here, the Wellington team plays here, and so on. This is the Basin Reserve, where they play a lot of cricket games. And again, as an Israeli, I've never understood cricket. It looks to me like a bunch of guys standing on the field doing absolutely nothing for days at end. And a lot of people coming and watching this, but, This is Te Papa, the National Museum of New Zealand, actually. Wellington is the capital of New Zealand, so we've got the National Museum here. This is where you can see a lot of displays about earthquakes and volcanoes and a lot of other stuff that's happening in New Zealand. Wellington actually sits on a fault line in terms of earthquakes. I experienced 2 earthquakes in the 8 years I live here. You feel, in the middle of the night, your bed is shaking all of a sudden, nothing major. We sit on a fault line. A fault line is exactly the gap between 2 tectonic plates, which makes planet Earth. When those plates move against each other, you've got an earthquake. So let's start. We're getting fatter in this world. We're getting fatter and fatter and lazier and lazier. And the reason is, well, there's a few reasons for that. Technology allows us to be fatter. I mean, your kids don't really go out and play anymore these days. They sit in front of the TV and do their PlayStation and all that sort of stuff. The food we eat is loaded with chemicals and other substances that aren't nutrients at all. They actually harm our body and allow our body to store fat. They actually encourage our body to store fat. And the other reason is that there's plenty of weight loss pills and other supplements in the market that aren't doing it. They aren't doing it for you. Basically what it is, it's processed food. It's a form of processed food. When you take those pills, you're really taking processed food. You don't take the real deal. You don't eat raw food and other stuff that the body requires, and that is why you don't see results with it. This is an X-ray that shows an undigested pills. It probably was supplements, I would say, that will be extracted.
So the person who took these pills wanted to lose weight, I don't know, maybe supplement his body for something he didn't have, hoping they will help him. But the truth is that our body is designed to absorb fluid, not really solids. Solids aren't being absorbed in the body as much. When you eat a steak, beef, how long does it take the body to absorb it, to break it down and digest it? I mean, it takes years sometimes. Really, it does take years in some cases. So this is exactly what we're talking about here. Supplements is a solid form of nutrients, but for example, acai juice is a liquid form of what they call supplements. Acai juice is not really a supplement, it's a real food if you've got the right acai juice. But I'll talk about it later. This person that you see in this x-ray is going to extract those pills without even knowing. And if you ask me, that's one hell of a lot of expensive extraction. Okay, so now look at all these cardio machines. Bicycles, treadmills, cross trainers, etc. Now look me in the eyes and tell me the truth, please. I'm asking you a question here. Did you actually enjoy ever hopping on one of those cardio machines for half an hour, 20 minutes, 40 minutes, I don't know, and going on a steady pace? Did you ever lose weight by doing that? Did you get fitter by doing that? I didn't think so. I mean, it's boring, and that is why majority of people, 99% of those who adopt the classic traditional cardio exercise routine doesn't get results, get really bored and drop out. The dropout ratio is very high. With Mike's exercises and the likes of Mike's exercises, which are all bursts of exertions, there isn't a dropout ratio because it's fun doing them. That's exactly why I'm advocating these exercises. Normal day-to-day cardio, the one that you do at the gym, has been linked to an increase in free radicals. It may degenerate joints, reduce your immune system, can cause muscle waste, and can also cause pro-inflammatory response that can lead to chronic disease. And I'm going to go over each one of those just in a little bit more detail so that you actually understand what may happen in your body as a result of doing the wrong exercises, the wrong cardio. And then straight after that, we're going to go to talk about the positive, the good cardio.